Have you ever noticed your dog suddenly stop in the middle of the hallway, fixate on a completely empty corner of the room, and become paralyzed, as if receiving orders from an invisible authority? Or even more intriguingly, have you seen a small child, 2 or 3 years old, interrupt playtime, look at the ceiling where there is absolutely nothing, and break into a serene smile with no logical explanation? We, as adults, immersed in an ultramodern and skeptical society, have been taught to laugh at these situations. We immediately blame the fertile imagination of childhood, a passing insect, or a subtle change in the air current. But modern neuroscience, when placed alongside the deep theology of giants of thought, like St. Thomas Aquinas, holds a secret about this phenomenon that will send a chill down your spine and make you never underestimate the gaze of a child. If subjects that connect human biology, the mind, and invisible dimensions capture your attention, this is the exact moment for you to confirm your subscription to our channel and click the like button. Your support is the key to helping us continue decoding the truths that modernity tries to erase. Did you do that? Then follow me in this disturbing reasoning. The adult human has been trained and programmed to be blind. The harsh reality is that we are machines that rationalize and filter the world. From the moment we enter school and start absorbing society's rules, we build a thick crust over our instincts. If we feel a sudden chill in a warm room, we blame our circulatory system. If the pressure in the environment seems to suddenly change, we blame the weather. Our reason, our intellectual vices, and the deafening noise of technology create a barrier that instantly discards and blocks the supernatural. We need this artificial blindness to survive the stress and demands of ordinary life. But small children and animals do not have this filter activated. They have no rational defenses against the invisible world, and that is precisely why they are the most precise and acute biological radars that exist within your home. What they detect daily goes far beyond what your adult mind can process. In the classical philosophy that underpins the understanding of the spiritual world, the human being is classified as a rational animal. We possess a superior intellect and an inferior sensory faculty. Animals do not have intellect. They operate exclusively through this sharpened sensory faculty. It is common knowledge that dogs can hear sound frequencies that are pure silence to us, and that they can smell chemical changes in the air before a storm hits. But what the vast majority of people do not know is that these same instincts are extremely reactive to the spiritual pressure of the environment. While the presence of a demonic entity, which is disordered and chaotic, causes animals to become suddenly aggressive, terrified, howling into the void for no physical reason, the presence of an angelic host provokes the diametrically opposite effect. Dogs that are usually neurotic, destructive, and anxious enter a state of peaceful and inexplicable lethargy. Cats that are naturally skittish relax deeply. The presence of angels brings such heavy and pure order to the matter of the environment that the animal's defense instincts simply switch off and rest. But the mystery reaches its peak when we observe the children. Until the age of 6, the human brain has not yet developed the rational barrier that censors the improbable. Their perceptions are wide open. A veteran exorcist who has accompanied hundreds of cases recounted the story of a family deeply dedicated to prayer, where the 3-year-old daughter developed a fascinating pattern. Always at the exact same spot in the living room, she would stop, look at a point near the ceiling, and smile sweetly. She did not giggle hysterically. She simply smiled with reverence and went back to playing. When the parents, intrigued, asked what she was looking at so intently, she replied with the sharp clarity of innocence, "The pretty man." Of course, prudence demands that we do not build an entire theological doctrine based on the imagination of a small child. However, there is an undeniable behavioral pattern that accompanies the true presence of celestial beings in a home. In houses where angels are actively watching, one notices a beautiful behavioral phenomenon. Children who are chaotic, restless, and noisy throughout the entire day suddenly manifest a prolonged, unnatural quiet during sacred moments. When the family kneels to pray the rosary, something from outside is operating on them. The biology of a small child is not made for absolute stillness. If she plunges into a reverent and focused silence out of nowhere, an external force is shaping the order of that environment. The great revelation is that neither the child nor the animal needs to see an angel with shiny wings materialized in front of them. They are not reacting to a mystical vision. They are reacting organically to the dense effects of angelic presence. They feel the sharp peace, absolute security, and absence of threat that a powerful immaterial intellect imposes on the air of that house. This leads us to a tragic reflection on our time. We are systematically destroying this biological and spiritual radar in our children. With excessive screens, electronic overstimulation, constant noise, and emotionally disordered homes, we anesthetize this supernatural sensitivity that could be the greatest gift and the greatest protection against the darkness of the world. What was the most bizarre, inexplicable, or beautiful reaction your pet or small child has ever had while looking at nothing in your home? Describe that scene in the comments below. I will analyze the accounts and search for the hidden patterns in each story.